I'm 40 years old. I have two children. I've always been healthy, but not at the weight I wanted to be. I am a lawyer. I'm a divorce lawyer. I love traveling. I love going to the beach. We're gonna get into this, but just wasn't comfortable at the beach. But that has all changed. That has all changed. I was just feeling very guilty. Like I would mentally spiral, right? Like I would eat one cookie and then I was like, I ate a cookie. That's the worst thing ever, which it's not, I've learned. And then I'm eating three cookies and four cookies. And then the next day I'm like not eating breakfast. I can't have breakfast. So getting out of that mindset where I was spiraling and just say to myself, those things happen and we're going to get back on track tomorrow. And I need to have a high protein breakfast tomorrow because that's what's going to get me back on track. Feeling comfortable in a bathing suit. Now, not only do I wear bathing suits, but I get bikini waxes because I love wearing my bathing suit. The strength training is huge, right? So I was always working out. I was always doing cardio, but like I learned from you that an hour of cardio means nothing. You really need a strength train. And I just want to point out, I would never before meeting you sit here with a sleeveless dress on. I hated my arms. I had what my family calls Grandma Rosa arms. She just had very big arms. But now I think I shaved my armpits, but now I just like I send you a picture. I send you lots of pictures from my bathroom when I'm weighing in, and that's kind of amazing. That's something I didn't expect. I didn't expect to get so lean and so toned. I'm going to be 80 years old. I'm going to be pumping some iron. I get giddy thinking about all of this and how different I just think about my body. We're like almost at a whole year. And during that year, yeah, like things went up during my cycle. That number on the scale went up during my cycle, and sometimes it was lower than where I thought it would be. I learned not to be restrictive. I learned to plan, right? On Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was amazing, right? You did one of your lives for Thanksgiving. And I listened to it. And you said, make yourself one plate. It can be like pile high plate. It's just one day. And then make yourself one plate for dessert. It's just one day. And then the next day, have a plate of leftovers, regular food, and dessert food. Like you don't, to be a skinny mini, you don't have to like be hungry, right? What you say is, it's what you do on most of the days, right? Like it's consistency. When I met with you, you were wearing like a Lululemon tank top and it like had this like really cute design where it just like laid on you. And I was like, I would never wear that. I have Grandma Rosa arms. I would never wear that. And I think I even said to you, I was like, if you can get me wearing something like that would be a win. And you're like, I'll get you there. You'll be wearing clothes like this in no time. Now I have not a Lululemon top, but I have like a going out top that's very similar to your top, which is black and just like crosses here. And I feel extremely comfortable in it. And I would never wear that before. So you were so confident in me. And I wanted to feel confident in my body. I was turning 40 and I saw results. I saw results from other people. And I knew I had like the commitment to do it. I just didn't know the right things to do it. So we had a call scheduled and I totally ghosted you and blew you off because I just maybe wasn't ready, but I just kept seeing results. I kept seeing your Facebook. And I was like, I need to do this. So that's why I did it. Weight Watchers worked after my first pregnancy. Um, the beach body, right? My husband like pulled up a bag the other day and was like, remember this? Remember this like yellow box, red box, green box? I was like, that's such part of my French BS. Like how much work did I need to do to lose weight? Like I needed to make sure it fit in this box. So beach body, I remember I did that. I tried that before my son. Um, like keto, right? I would like check my urine like with those little tabs to make sure I was in ketosis. I mean, Weight Watchers was helpful. Um, but I would always bounce back. I would always fall back into it. I mean, I liked you and Sarah so much, and you were just so encouraging and so certain that this was going to work. And you were so responsive, right? I would say like, oh my gosh, I'm up 2 pounds. Don't worry, just water weight, focus on the protein. Um, so it's good to have someone on hand to communicate with, and now over time, like I say those things to myself. When you're putting up so much money, you don't want to fail. And you've told me so many wonderful things, like your children are watching you. That sticks in my head. It just goes beyond myself. Like my children are watching me and, you say to me, you're a professional and and I want to feel good as a professional. I want to feel good in the clothes I'm wearing. And, I was turning 40. I was also turning 40. And I was just like so sick of the cycle of like overeating at night, at like past 9 o'clock, and just feeling like after every meal I needed to have like a candy bar. Like I was just like done with it. I was putting in a lot of effort to not like get any results. It was a gift to myself, and it was a great gift. And I'm not beating myself up. I can use my mental space for other things. Like I'm not worried that 2 hours ago I just sat in front of the pie and just ate it, because I would eat it and then I'd be upset that I ate it. So there's so much more mental space for me. Every morning I'm in the basement working out. And even though my son isn't saying to me, like, good job, mom, you're in the basement working out, like it's just rote for him. He's just seeing me come up from the basement. He knows what I'm doing down there. Sometimes he comes and hangs out with me. The habits that I've created, the habits have just made it easy to stop me from falling into that like guilt and overeating cycle. I enjoy I enjoy buying clothes. I feel satisfied after I eat. I feel like I'm fueling my body. I'm not scared to get on the scale. They're like huge things to me. Huge things that like were like 40 years of annoyance. You always say that you're going to tell me like it is, and you do in a very nice way. I track all my food, and you have full access to everything that I eat. And I guess there were like a few days in a row, I'm eating some potato chips, I'm eating some Smart Pop, and you're just asking a question, you want me to be more intentional. And you say, hey, like, I just see a lot of snacking, like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, she sees me. She sees what I'm doing. Yeah, you call me out. I love that. And also, like, you tell me like when not to worry about it, like brush it off, not a big deal, right? It's probably just like the time of your cycle, like no big deal. So that's a really secure feeling, to have a cheerleader and also someone who will like call you out on stuff. Yes, I can definitely have chips. I can definitely have sweets. But yeah, it was becoming a habit, and you saw it. You're so responsive. I don't know how you manage everyone, like reviewing everyone's food. You're there if I need you. I can schedule a call with you. And that mindset will stick with me too, because we're not going to do this indefinitely. I mean, that would be impossible. But I think your goal is to let everyone leave the nest. The toning, like the way like my body like physically changed, like yeah, like I was like, I want to lose weight, but also like things have like tightened up. Meeting you, a lovely person, and Sarah, who's a lovely person. I never thought that I would like cottage cheese so much. I never thought that I would love Greek yogurt so much. But not only did I buy one container of cottage cheese this week, I bought two. And I love apple butter in my cottage cheese. Like, I don't need to be a big cook. There's plenty of things that I can eat, just like being simple. I'm like a very simple eater. I didn't expect all these habits. Like, I was going to be like in the basement at 5, lifting 25 pounds of weights. I was surprised about, I don't have to follow everything to a T. I thought I had to like follow every little thing. Right. And it's not like that. It's not like militant. I'm doing it my way. I went to Disney this summer. I'm texting with you on the app. I'm like, I'm so worried. I'm like eating funnel cake and all of these things. But you reminded me it's so much walking. So I think I'm also surprised about just like the simple exercise and just like moving your body. We talk about on the weekend, you don't have to like have some crazy workout. Just like getting out, throwing the football with my son, or going for a walk on a weekend is, part of this lifestyle as well. It doesn't always have to be like in the gym sweating. The one-on-one attention with you was what really got me going. That was more what motivated me in the program. You could take the price, think about dividing that over 40 more years of your life, and you could think about that's nothing. Why not put that money up front now? I had some blood work done before the program. There were some things that were concerning at my physical, and now I just went back to my physical. And I mean, she basically was like, what happened? Like, this is very different. I mean, like my grandma says, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So, I mean, we talked about this in the beginning. I am a better lawyer. I'm a better mother. Like, affects every aspect of my life. And I'm so grateful for you. And I think when we had our closing call, and I just got a little emotional again, I think I cried on the closing call, because this was such a cycle for me. This has changed everything for me, because like I'm a boss, and it's so crazy. And like I should feel like a boss, and now I do feel like a boss. So I guess what I would say is like it's nothing compared to like how I feel. Like I feel energized. I feel less heavy mentally. I feel like an example for my children. I mean, those things are priceless.